Hello everybody and welcome to the world of Minecraft. Now in every game there is a useless part of it. In Minecraft there are plenty of things like that. Like this, for instance, a chorus fruit. Now most people would think that this is completely useless, but I'm here to tell you that it is most definitely not. Let's say you're super high up and there's nothing you can do. You're on some sort of platform here. Let's set a block right where I'm standing. It doesn't matter what it is. Planks. And let's get on it. Where do you think I'll end up if I eat the chorus fruit? Probably back on this platform. The answer is on the very bottom of the floor. As you can see, this literally just teleported me down. And you can do this while you're fighting like shulker boxes, and when they give you levitation. Come on, bro. As you can see, oh no, I'm floating up. Whatever shall I do? Easy. Eat a chorus fruit. And it'll bring you all the way back down to the floor. Now this can be used while you're raiding very easily, and they're easy to grab. Just break something over here and you have a bunch of chorus fruit. It's probably the best way to save yourself from fall damage, other than a random MLG water bucket. But as you can see, this one is pretty much instant back to the ground. But what's some other useless things? How about the furnace minecart? Now, a lot of people say that this is one of the most useless items within the game. But honestly, I think it's actually one of the more useful ones, being that most people hate working with things like villagers. For example, if I go ahead and put a villager into a minecart like so, and I didn't have any powered rails because powered rails are very expensive. Well, you can just plop this thing down, power it yourself, and it just takes him all the way to your destination. Sure, it costs a bit of coal, but it's way cheaper than a powered rail. In fact, I think it's far better than a powered rail. And gold farms are not really an early game thing. Iron farms are more early game than gold is. Except if you're a Hermitcraft member. That's different. Next up, we have bats. Now, you might think bats are bad, but while you're strip mining, you could listen for bats and then go into the direction that you hear them from. I thought I heard them from here. Anyway, if you, oh, I was right underneath, right above it. If you listen for bats, you could find yourself a cave. As you hear, bats are the only things that really spawn. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. You can hear, but you could just use zombies, but they don't spawn every single time. So, but bats, they always spawn in caves and in dark places. So that's one way to use it. And I just picked up another useless item that I might be able to make use of. Let's say you're low on hunger, and soon if you don't find any food, you'll start taking damage. But the only thing is rotten flesh. Well, actually, they're not as bad as you might think. They're easy to get, and they give two hunger bars. But if you're able to get it up over the amount needed to run, you could easily use that to go find some berries like this. But berries aren't the best either. I believe, and as you can see, rotten flesh did increase my health as well, which you'd think it wouldn't. And as you saw just then, berries only really give one food bar. So, tell me which one's better, berries or rotten flesh? Just saying. Next up, we have tall oak trees. Now, as much as everyone hates these things, they do give off a ton of logs. This is one of the bigger ones that I've seen, and I think let's tear this down really quick. Let's figure out how much wood is actually in here. Alright, from that whole ordeal, I had 32 pieces of logs, 10 sticks, an apple, and 18 saplings. Now, in a regular one, you only get like 4 or 5 or 6. You hardly get any. In that one tree, I got 32 pieces of oak. If you created some sort of TNT farm with all that, you could get so much more than what you would with a regular farm. There's got to be some way for you to make one. Maybe I'll even make my own video. We'll see. Now this one doesn't come up as much, but let's see. What about pigs? Saddles. We have horses. We have striders. It's not as pigs are so slow compared to them. But one thing you could do is slow your descent. And then shift off, and you won't actually die as long as you get off before you hit the ground. Like so. Very useful. Just hopefully you don't forget your carrot on a stick, of course. Next up, well, actually, that's where the end of video is. But there's some things that I would love to have as a useful item, like poisonous potato. What if we are able to get rid of the duds, and the duds create something like a longer poisonous potion? I don't know, just something. It's just some things are really irritating in Minecraft, some things that should not exist and make others useless, like phantom membrane. Just put mending on it, bro. That's it. That's all I have time for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.